Alright guys, so today we're going to be working on forging a knife out of an old Nicholson file. This is worn out and rusted. I found it in a whole box of them at a yard sale. So we're going to put it to better use. Alright, we got the tip worked down as much as really as much as I can. You see that little bit of fish mouth in there? I'm just going to take, when I go to grind it, and kind of grind that out and create my point. If I try and forge that together anymore, I'm going to have a little seam there, a cold shut, and that can be a failure point, and I don't want that in the tip. So now we're going to come down, consolidate out where we want the blade, and work on the handle. Alright, now I know that from this edge of the Hardy tool to here is about 4 inches. So we're going to take and let's give ourselves a little mark there. And we're going to come over here, find our mark, and we're going to set that down. Alright, we're going to heat it up and try and consolidate this a little bit more. What we're going to do is make this into a hidden tang, so I want to create a stick tang for that. So back into the fire we go. Now that I got that somewhat consolidated in that area, we're going to come back here, cut it off with the hot cut, and we're going to turn it around so we can draw that out into our stick taper. What you do here is pick it about a distance. Remember, you can't, well, you could weld more, but you can always cut off any extra. Hot. cuts lined up, and alright, and then once you get it mostly back into the fire, like I said, we're going to turn it around and we're going to work this tang section. Alright, so we've got it back down to about the same thickness. I'm going to come in here and start sizing it down a little bit that way. I don't want to go too much because I want some meat left in that tang, but I'll bring it down almost into like a rat tail or a taper. So back into the fire.
Fell in love and promised we'd never separate, but it seems the time has come that you run my life with no hope to fight and no time to hide. And I'm sinking under, drowning faster, please just let me breathe. The air is leaving and I'm lost in need of you again.
I know it looks like I'm hitting on it a little cold, and I am, but I'm not giving real hard forging hits. I'm getting what they call planishing hits, to where I can kind of smooth it out and everything. The closer you get to the finished area or the finished product, the finished tang, you want to start doing that a little bit. You don't want to leave real big dips and everything in that takes a long time to file out or grind out. So I think I'm good on where the tang's at. I'll fix these shoulders up with some files and everything. I'm gonna let this cool down. I'm gonna do a quick grind and get this fish mouth out of the tip of it here, and we'll come back in and I'll give it my best to forge in the bevels.
To a code we all swore, for this life we have chosen. Armored soldiers to a common war we fight, and to this passion of love we may fair and die. I'm slipping further, we're falling faster. stronger. Lest I grow weaker, and I know you break me down and you make me surrender. We are as Romeo and Juliet. Behind said Isaac said goodbyes. Will we fall back again? Then die as Romeo and Juliet.
In there, I don't know if you can tell it or not, but we're thinning down a little bit. I'm almost to the point where I think I'm going to call it quits on forging the bevels in. We're going to do it one more heat. I'm going to get this tip back down where it's supposed to be, and we'll go from there. Alright guys, I don't know if you can see down that or not. Let's see if I can get it to where you can. She's fairly straight, so we're going to let her cool down and go to the grinder for rough grinding. Hey guys, I almost forgot my vanity sticker. So here's my maker's mark. We're going to take and hold it right there around about. She's in there now. Make sure we didn't, got a little wonky, not much. Let's flip it around, mainly that tang area. Alright, she's ready now to cool down. I don't know if you can see my little touch mark there. So, we'll get it ground up and go from there. Alright guys, so we've got it rough ground. You can see the maker's mark pretty good there. So before we heat treat it, I want to put on the filing guides and clean this area up, make sure it's straight. That way when I slide the guard on there, it's going to sit on there right. So we'll get on to doing that and then to the heat treat.